Hello and welcome back to Always Ours, Chapter 21. Something is wrong. He should feel triumphant. This was the moment he had prepared for, the point at which he proved, once again, that foresight was not merely prediction, but certainty. That his vision was absolute. That hesitation was what killed people, not action. And yet, as he stood beside Gran Torino and Masa Sukachi, waiting for the students to arrive, a thin thread of unease wound tight in his chest. It would not loosen. It should have. Everything was proceeding as he had seen. The camp had been moved. The pieces were in place. The future, his future, was unfolding. So why? His fingers tightened minutely around his arm, because he could not stop seeing it. Hamato Splinter, standing in that office, still, silent, collared, eyes empty. His husband, Netsu had said. The memory felt wrong. Not just disturbing, but incorrect, like a scene inserted into a play that did not belong to it. Mirai exhaled slowly through his nose. Irrelevant. A single anomaly did not outweigh the whole. It could not. His quirk did not make mistakes. It could not make mistakes. Every future he had ever acted upon led, inevitably, to the outcome he had foreseen. Cause and effect. Action and consequences. Clean, predictable, absolute. And yet, the dread remained. It deepened. A quiet, insidious thought pressed at the edges of his mind. You are missing something. His jaw tightened. No, what he had seen was clear. If nothing was done, then everything would be lost. Cities, lives, him. All might. Broken, fallen, gone far sooner than he should have been. Because of a mistake. Because of a child. Mirai's gaze flickered, just briefly, toward where Izuku Midoriya would be when the buses arrived. The successor. The variable. The error. He forced the thought into order, into logic, into something he could control. This was a necessity. This was the calculation. One life weighed against thousands. No, millions. An equation so vast that hesitation itself became immoral. The trolley problem scaled beyond comprehension. And Mirai had never been the kind of man who looked away from the lever. His fingers curled slightly as if around something unseen. Pull. End it now. Fix the future before it breaks. Then why does it feel like it already has? For just a moment, his certainty wavered. A flicker. Gone as soon as it came. Mirai straightened, expression smoothing back into something calm, controlled, certain. Because it had to be. Because if his vision was not absolute, then everything he had ever done in his name. It did not finish the thought. The buses would arrive soon, and when they did, he would act. He had to, no matter what. That quiet, insistent dread was trying to tell him. Shigaraki should feel triumphant. He has a crew now, a real one. They fill the bar with noise and presence, with violence barely contained under skin. New blood, new power. Proof that the world is finally starting to crack the way it's supposed to. This is what he wanted. So why does it feel hollow? His fingers twitch against his neck, nails scraping lightly as irritation crawls under his skin. Because they aren't his. Not really. They follow him, yes. They take his orders, for now. But they don't come for him. They came for a dead man's ideology, dragged in by Duran's connections and Sensei's money. Stains, ghosts, swearing new faces. Shigaraki exhales sharply through his nose. Annoying. Still, the plan is good, simple, violent, effective. Kidnap a few hero brats. Break the illusion of safety. Show the world that heroes can't protect even their own. Yes, that part he likes. And the targets? Even better. The green-haired one, Izuku Midoriya, the 9th. Sensei's property, whether the kid knows it or not. Hamato Leonardo, who had a quirk that was violent and perfect. And the other one, Hamato Raphael. Shigaraki's lips twitch, not quite a smile. He remembers the night, the anger, the way the kid threw himself between danger and that green-haired brat without hesitation. Teeth bared, eyes wild. That kind of fury that could be shaped, turned, broken and remade into something useful. Yes, taking him makes sense. It all makes sense. So why? His hand stills. Because of the 4th target. The unseen one. The one Sensei wants most. The one altering reality itself. Shigaraki's gaze drifts. unfocused for a moment as he replays the conversation. The certainty in Sensei's voice. They're in that class. Of course they are. Everything strange, everything broken, every shift in reality, all of it leads back to them. It's obvious. And when Shigaraki had asked, "When we win, it'll be us ruling, right?" Sensei hadn't even hesitated. Of course. The word had come too easily, too smooth, too final. His fingers pressed harder into the neck now, nails biting just enough to ground him. That answer should have satisfied him. Should have felt the same as it always did, like standing under something vast and certain, something that could carry him forward. Instead, it made something cold settle in his chest, because what he'd heard what wasn't said. Of course Sensei would rule. Of course everything would belong to him. And if Sensei had a power like that, a power that could rewrite reality itself, then what would be left for Shigaraki? What would be his? The thought festers, quiet, persistent, ugly. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like what it implies. About Sensei, about himself, about the way his hands curl, not in anticipation, but in tension. No, not yet. He exhales, slow and controlled, forcing the feeling down. The plan is still good. He'll take the 3, the 9th, the angry one, the dragon. That's enough. As for the 4th, his lips curl, this time into something sharper. If they aren't taken in the chaos, well, no one can say where they went. If his crew fails to follow orders precisely, well, they were never his to begin with. Accidents happen. Heroes overreact. People get lost. And if any of them step out of line, his fingers flex. Decay waits. Patient as ever. Sensei did say he could destroy the things he hates, and right now, he thinks he hates being handled. For now, he'll follow the plan. For now. Aizawa does not remember how he got here, wherever here is. He should be trying to nap on the bus to camp after the disastrous rescue attempt for Splinter had gone wrong. He doesn't remember exactly what they'd decided on. He's pretty sure that he talked Hisashi into the kidnapping plan. After it was revealed the remote power loader had somehow gotten his hands only worked with the collar and matched it. That meant, unless they got the remote for Splinter's collar, they were shit out of luck. And now, for some strange reason, instead of being on the bus to camp, he wakes up in an oddly comfortable king-size bed. He is, understandably, pissed, because he knew if he decided to go to the summer camp to keep Netsu's attention away from another rescue attempt. What had happened? He doesn't really remember. There's a note from Netsu on the bedside table. Do not fear. I have sent Snipe in your place to the summer camp. I need you to shore up security. There is coffee set to brew when you get to the kitchen. Don't worry about the odd taste. It is a specialty coffee to help you when you want a mental boost, but not the giant crash. Well, shit. Netsu had clearly gone completely off his rocker, as if kidnapping a fellow teacher wasn't evidence enough. Aizawa knows he should have acted right away, instead of asking others for their opinion. Not because he hadn't said anything, because he'd been weak. He's been kidnapped. Okay, walk this through step by step. Step 1, figure out where he is. Step 2, figure out if any of the other teachers are here. Step 3, try to get that magic remote for Splinter's collar from Netsu. He should definitely avoid the coffee, no matter how much he's craving it. Netsu probably put something in it for calming him. Ow! Why do I feel like I went on a 3-day bender? Hisashi's voice groggy and close. Aizawa was startled. He hadn't realized he wasn't alone. How the hell did he miss that? Zashi? What are you doing here? Dunno. The last thing I remember is agreeing to your insane plan to kidnap Splinter, because none of us could figure out a better plan after we found out about the remote. Then, nothing. Like I skipped a reel in a movie. Do you think someone is messing with us again? Like we saw in the security feed? If so, then why are just you and I in here, in this bedroom? He tries to focus, searching his memory. There's a brief, blurry flash. Security bots streaming into the staff room, Netsu's voice on the PA, the sting of a dart, After that, nothing. Of course, easy for Netsu. He'd be able to take out the bots, but only if he saw them coming. And Hisashi? He must have been caught up in the confusion too. And where is All Might? He had to have tried to help, right? Why did he fail? A screen flickers to life on the far wall. Oh, Shotapup, you deny it so well. Netsu's voice, too calm, too sweet, over the speakers. Aizawa jumps. Netsu, what the fuck is going on? By now, you have realized I have put the two of you together in the bedroom. Never fear, I know you have to have feelings for each other, just as my husband and I. And just like my husband, you are so stubborn, Shotapup. You won't allow anyone to care for you, but I won't allow that. You'll see, it'll be so much better for our pup to have his bonded mate. So much better for the kits to have a happy set of older pups to show them the ropes. Netsu, I like Shota, it's true, but this is creepy, yo. You can't make him feel anything for me. There's a pause. No, I refuse to believe that. You two are perfect for each other. The perfect olded bonder pair for the kits when they come home. And when they come home, then we'll all be a happy family together, and no villain will ever harm what is mine again. Hisashi takes a deep breath, and Shoto covers his ears, prepared for a scream. Better a busted eardrum than playing into this weird fantasy of Netsu's, though. But then, nothing. No scream. Just a cold, heavy silence. Aizawa glances down and sees the quirk-canceling cuffs on his wrists and on Hisashi's, the hero-grade ones, the ones that require a key. Netsu, this is insane. You must know this. Somewhere you must know that you are compromised. You must see what is happening. Please, don't make me have to hurt you. I don't want to. Oh, but Shotapup, this is me. This is the most me I have been in forever. Did you not think there was a reason no one has heard of the scientists who tortured me? Did you not think there was a reason no one has seen the facility I came from? I am, at heart, an animal, one who's learned that cruelty is sometimes necessary for innovation. I am an animal who would never truly be accepted by society. I knew that. I fought for what little rights they would give me, as if I were a weak human. I am an animal, and I will keep what is mine safe, whether they love me in return or hate me until they give in. The result will be the same. One big, happy family. What of the others, Netsu? He demands, voice tight. Surely the other teachers will notice I am gone. Netsu laughs. You think they care about you? You, the prickliest of my staff? No, you ensure they don't care for you pretty well. And those that do, well, they are all here too. Let me show you. The screens show Nemuri and Hound Dog out cold in another bedroom, All Might in skinny form, unconscious, suppression cuffs on, slumped in an armchair, Chio locked in her office grumbling about lockdown procedures, explaining away her inaction, Power Louder slumped at his desk, staring at the remote that had started this rescue plan, as if it held all the answers. Aizawa's stomach twists. So many chances, so many failures. What are we gonna do? Hisashi asks, voice smaller than Aizawa has ever heard. I don't know. And that, more than anything, terrifies him. And that's the end of the chapter.